Hello everybody, it's Christina and welcome back to my library. This is another reading vlog. I know I didn't do one last week because it was my husband's birthday and I was just kind of focusing on getting some stuff ready for that, but I am going to be doing a reading vlog this week. And my main goal for this week is to read Dracula. I actually finished Ready Player One yesterday. Meh. I didn't love it. I'm going to be talking about that probably in a review at some point, but I'm starting Dracula. I don't know. I started it last night, but I didn't get very far because I fell asleep. I think I got like 25 pages in, and I am liking it so far. So I'm excited to read this. We're 1 week. Halloween is on Sunday, so I really want to get this done before then because it seems like the perfect book to read for that. Also, I finally put my second bookshelf up. Look. So as you can see, I don't have the whole thing done, like it's not filled. And the reason for that is I decided I'm going to be we're not getting rid of, I'm going to be selling some of my old YA books that I don't plan on reading anymore. So like my library does library sales every now and then. So I'm going to probably sell off a bunch of my books at the library sale, mostly YA. And I think I might have to do a haul. I don't do a lot of hauls, but that shelf is looking kind of empty and sad. So at some point, I would like to do a haul. Obviously, I don't think I'm going to haul 2 shelves worth of books at once, but I would like to do a haul at some point. And yeah, so for now, I have to get my day started. It's, I think, like 8 o'clock. Kids are at school. I just got out of the shower. Pupper is sleeping. So I have a bunch of work stuff that I need to do this morning. So I'm going to do that. And when I'm done, I am going to probably start reading Dracula, although I do have to fold some laundry, so I'm going to be doing that at some point too. I'm also listening to The Running Man by Stephen King, or I guess it was his pseudonym Richard Bachman at the time, but I think he just goes by Stephen King on it now. Because I'm trying to like read a bunch of books that remind me of Squid Game. So Running Man was one of them. It's okay so far. I think I'm like maybe almost halfway through it. It's a pretty short book, and I'm listening to it on audiobook, which I can do a lot faster. So yeah, I'm going to be talking about that at some point too. But for now, I'm going to get some work done. I am going to do some laundry, and then I'll probably check back in a little later after I do this. I have a bunch of editing I need to do and some other stuff, so I'm going to be busy this morning. I don't know if I'm going to listen to The Running Man while I do this because I have to focus, but we'll see. So anyway, I will check in later, and yeah, see you then. Hello, I'm back. It is, I can't see my clock. 1 o'clock? I think it's 1 o'clock. I just finished all of the work stuff that I had to do, and I am also running my I think it's my third load of laundry. I've been doing a lot of laundry today, so you might hear my dryer in the background. But now that I'm done, I've got a little while, 2 hours before my son gets home from school, a little less than 2 hours. And so I am going to take some time to read because I haven't done any of that today. So I am going to be reading some of Dracula. Like I said, I only got to what page did I get to? 22 last night, so I didn't get very far. But I'm liking it so far. So I'm gonna read right now. I am like in super cozy mode. I'm wearing super cozy clothes. I've got my fall candle lit. I've got a cup of tea. I don't know if you could see. Yeah, there it is. I got a cup of tea. There's a puppy. So I am good to go. And I'm looking forward to just having some reading time and drinking some tea. That tea, by the way, is the David's Tea Walnut Fudge Brownie, I think it's called. And it's so good. It's so yummy. And I was in the mood for something chocolatey, but I didn't want to have anything with like candy or like chocolate in it. And, like I didn't want to be unhealthy. So chocolate tea with just a little bit of monk fruit extract, which is like a 0 sugar sweetener. and just some oat milk, and it's super yummy. I was gonna make a latte, but I was feeling lazy, so I didn't. So I am going to start reading. Hello again. So it's just about 3:30. I've got to go pick up my son in a little bit. I didn't read as much as I would have liked. I read like 50 pages, which is good, but I am finding that this book is a little hard to read quickly. Like, I tend to be a fairly speedy reader. Like, I'm not a speed reader, but I can get through, 100 pages fairly quickly. And I feel like with this book, can't really do it as quickly as I would something else. So that's one thing to consider. I definitely still plan on finishing it before Halloween, and I'm not really too worried because I am like super ahead of my October TBR. I'm like 12 books. I have like 12 books read in October. I wanted to read 8, so like whatever. If this one takes me a little while this week, that's fine. I'm not in any rush. I read plenty, so it is what it is. My goal is to have it done by Halloween. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm still listening to a few audiobooks, which I didn't actually get a chance to read or listen to The Running Man today. But I might do that later because I have to fold a bunch of laundry. So I might do that then, or maybe when I'm cooking dinner or something. But yeah, I read like 50 pages in Dracula, and I really do like it. I actually really do. It's very like atmospheric. It's very spooky, and it's like perfect for this time of year. But yeah, it is a little bit harder for me to read because of the writing style. It was written in the late 1800s, so obviously the writing style is going to be different. But yeah, it was just written in a different time period, so that the writing is very different than what I'm used to. So that's something to keep in mind. But it is very good. I'm still reading mostly the journal entries of the one person who like starts the book off, and it's very interesting because like he gradually, the way that his writing changes over the month that he's at Dracula's castle, he starts off fairly normal sounding, but then he becomes very paranoid. He becomes very paranoid, and then like he starts seeing things. And obviously, this is a horror book, but like at first you're reading it and you're like, is Dracula actually? I mean, obviously, if you know the story, you know that Dracula is a vampire. But as it's being written right now, it almost sounds like the guy who's doing the writing, because it's this one guy writing in his journal, and it almost sounds like he's having some sort of an episode or something that's causing him to see things and hear things. But yeah, it's good. I'm very much liking it. It's perfect for this time of year. The way that Bram Stoker writes the setting, like how he describes Dracula's castle and like how it's on a cliff, like you could just picture that. Like you know what I mean, like that spooky decrepit castle on a cliff with like bats flying around it. It sounds great. Like I love that gothic horror setting, and so I'm really liking it so far. It is a little bit slow going, but like I said, that's fine because I have a whole week to read it, so whatever. But yeah, I have to go pick up my son from school. Good evening. I'm trying to be Dracula. It's not working. But anyway, I haven't actually checked in. This light is like, it's not working out for me right now. But anyway, I haven't done any more reading since the last check-in. I was hanging out with my kids, making dinner, cleaning, so working out. I don't know if I said that, but I did. And so I'm just finally getting a chance to sit down now and do some reading. I did not make chili tonight. I'm going to do it tomorrow because none of us were really that hungry. So we just made like salad, and that was our dinner. It was fine. It was yummy. So yeah, I am going to be reading some more of Dracula tonight. I swear the lighting. Reading some more of Dracula tonight, and yeah, I'm gonna try and make it to 100 pages. Like I said, this book's a little bit slower moving than some of the other books that I've read. Not that it's bad. It's not that I'm not enjoying it. I am. It's just that it's older. It was published in 1897, so quite a bit before my time. And I'm trying to like get used to the writing style and stuff. So it's taking me a little while, but I really do like it. It's very creepy. I'm enjoying it a lot. And I'm, like I said, I've never read this. So I'm not, like, I have an idea of the story of Dracula, but I've never actually read the book. So I'm really curious to see where it goes and like where like the letters and the journal entries and all that stuff come in. So I'm still on the journal entry part right now, but I know it like moves on to like newspaper articles and like letters and stuff. So I'm really curious, you know, where that goes. There's been some letters mentioned already. I guess like this guy that's stuck with Dracula has been told to write letters to various people, but he's supposed to like post date them. And so I guess like I'm not sure where that's going to go, but yeah. So I'm very interested to see where this goes, and I'm going to do some reading right now. My nose is itchy. I've got like a dog hair on my face. But yeah, I'm excited to see where this goes, and I'm going to do some reading right now and try to get to page 100. I should be able to. I don't know if I'm going to check in again tonight. I do go to bed pretty early because I try to be up by like 5:30, 6 o'clock in the morning. So yeah, it's already 8:45. I don't think I'm going to be doing another check-in, but I'm going to try and get as much reading as I can done before I pass out. So I will see you probably in the morning. Good morning. So it is 7:45. I just finished breakfast. I've got coffee here. I was definitely needing that this morning. I'm drinking it out of my Disney cup as per usual. This coffee is really good. It's from Grinding Coffee Co. Again, hang on, I need a sip. Let me show you what it is. It's super good. It is Mexican hot chocolate, or no, Mexican chocolate is what it's called. But it's really yummy. And I did another order from Grinding Coffee Co. the other day because I really liked their stuff. Again, hashtag not sponsored, but I do like their coffee a lot. So I got Mexican chocolate, and I also got the Gay Agenda again because I really liked it. I got a pound of it this time. So I have just been enjoying my coffee. I had a bagel, and now I'm just getting ready for the day. I do want to give a couple of updates before I start anything else. So I read another 30, 40 pages last night. I am at page 100, I think. I have some theories. Like I said, I've never read, my dog is looking out the window, you see her. I've never read Dracula before. I've never really even seen the movies. I have an idea of what's going on. But one thing that I noticed that I kind of forgot about is this is the origin of Renfields. So in other books that I have read, if they talk about like vampires' minions, especially, it's used a lot in the Dresden Files, but also it was in certain Dark Things, which I just read. Renfields are basically humans that are like thralls of vampires. And so this is the origin of that term. This book has a character named Renfield in it. And I mean, they don't really talk too much about him yet, but obviously just knowing what I know about what Renfields are, he's clearly like Dracula's minion, right? So there's him. I have a theory about someone else because they're very sketchy and like, I don't know, like I'm trying to figure out how this person became a vampire or is a vampire. I don't want to spoil it for people who haven't read the book yet, but like it's clear that somebody else in the story. So they're either a Renfield or a vampire. I think they're a vampire though. Just there's some subtle clues that are happening in the book right now that are like, okay, I think this person's a vampire too, but I don't know how they became one. But it's really good. And like the dating of, okay, so you're reading journal entries, you're reading letters to people. I'm currently reading the journal entries of one person who is like engaged to be married to the person that was in Dracula's castle in the beginning of the book. And like the dating is interesting because like at some points you're reading from like August of this one year, but then you skip to like July later on. So like you're going back in time. But if you look at the beginning of the book, it says that there's a reason for the way that everything is put into the book, you know, even if it's not in chronological order. So it's really interesting so far. I really like it. I am going to read more of it today, though I do have some stuff I have to do this morning, so I probably won't get to it until this afternoon. I want to record a video today. I have some work to do. I might run some errands, though I might hold off until tomorrow because it is, I don't even know if you can, hang on. I don't even know if you could see, but it is a wet and rainy day outside. So I don't know how much of that I'm going to get done. Don't look at my kitchen. It's a mess. But yeah, so I have to clean at some point too, but I haven't gotten to that yet, so we'll see. I'm watching Bake Off in the background. That's what I was watching while I was eating breakfast. So, of course I was. I love Bake Off. Hello. So, I just finished recording my November TBR. This sweater is so comfy. I got it from ThredUp. I think it's H&M originally, but whatever, I don't really care about brands. So yeah, I finished the TBR. Got a lot of really good fantasy books I want to read next month. And so I haven't done any reading yet. I've just been recording. I think I'm a little off. I'm a little tilted here. Okay. So I haven't done any reading. I've just been recording and editing. I'm going to be uploading it in a second. I've also been editing and uploading my husband's videos. So I'm finally getting a chance to take a break. I'm going to grab some lunch because I am super hungry. Also, do you like the skull? My son bought that at Target. He wanted it as a Halloween decoration, so we have it now. But I'm going to grab some lunch and I will see you all in a little bit. Hi. So I just finished like all of my work stuff. I got tons of editing and like videos done. So stuff for me, stuff for my husband's channel, all done with that. So I've got a little bit of time before my older son comes home. So I'm going to just do some reading. I was listening to a little bit of The Running Man while I was doing my grocery list. Why am I reading more Stephen King? Why am I doing this to myself? I really am not sure I'm going to continue that book. I wanted to because like it kind of sounded like Squid Game, which was kind of what I was going for. Yeah, it does, but it's Stephen King and I know how I feel about Stephen King's writing. So I'm not sure why I'm doing that to myself. Even as an audiobook, I'm not sure I'm really enjoying it. It's okay. But I feel like I needed to stop with Stephen King. I know I don't like any of his stuff, especially his older stuff. And I believe The Running Man was written a while ago. So I like his newer stuff. I mean, like The Institute and 11/22/63. I liked both of those, but I'm not a fan of his older stuff. So I'm not sure I'm going to continue it. I'm like more than halfway through though, so maybe I'll just power through it, but I don't know. We'll have to see. However, I do want to read more Dracula. So I'm going to do that. Hang on, I'm just reaching for stuff right now. Got the book. I have got a cup of coffee. This is actually just leftover from before. I just reheated it because, you know, that's what I do. And it's the Mexican chocolate flavor coffee from Grinding Coffee Co. So it's so good. I really, really like this one a lot. The Gay Agenda is still my favorite, but this one's good too. So I am going to take a sip of that. And I'm going to start reading. I'll probably go until I have to go pick my younger son up from school. So, yeah, I'm just going to chill down here and do that. Hi. I completely let the day get away from me. It's 9:30. I never took a video of the dinner that I made. Everything just basically got away from me today. My kids had a lot of homework. My husband ended up working late. So it's been a very hectic evening. The chili was great, but yeah, I didn't take a video of it. And yeah, it was just a busy evening. So I did not get a chance to read at all. I'm just starting to read more Dracula now. I've got it right here. Is that upside down? Yes, it is. Yeah. There we go. But yeah, I'm going to be reading that. And I will probably do more of the vlog tomorrow. Good morning. I am coming at you from my bedroom. I just got out of the shower and I'm a little bit later on my check-in today. I think it's like almost 9. I had a little bit of a slow start this morning, but I'm getting there. I'm about to go get some breakfast, and I actually read a little bit of Dracula this morning. I was just feeling real like sluggish this morning, so I kind of just curled up with a blanket and read like under 15 pages of Dracula. I didn't read a ton last night. I think I got to page 150 last night, which was my goal. I'm up to page 175 right now, so I guess I read more like 25 pages. And yeah, still liking it. Pretty sure, I'm still trying to figure out everything, like the timing of everything, the way it's written. You're kind of like time hopping a lot, and I'm still trying to figure out like the series of like what the order of events are. And I think that's the whole part of the appeal of this book, is that like you don't really know like when certain things happen. Like, is the beginning of the book, or is that happening later? Anyway, I'm very interested. Well, I guess no, it's not happening later. I did find that out. But anyway, it's very good. I really like it a lot. It's very spooky. It's perfect for this time of year. And I think I should be done with it in the next couple of days. I'm probably not going to, well, no, I'm going to read more this afternoon, but this morning I have some errands I need to run. I need to go pick up my groceries. I have some cleaning I need to do. I keep saying I'm going to clean and fold laundry, and then I get distracted by like 11,000 other things that I have to do. But I am going to try and do that today. And, yeah, so I will probably read a little more later this afternoon. I'm going to go get some errands done, get some breakfast, and just get some work done as well. So I'll be back a little bit later, and still really loving Dracula. I can't wait to see what happens next. Hello. So it is noon. I just got back from grocery shopping. So I've got all my stuff put away. It's still kind of a mess in here. I haven't actually done anything yet as far as cleaning goes. I don't know if I'm going to have time. I still have a bunch of work stuff I have to do. Also, my hair is looking wild because I took a shower this morning and I'm letting it dry naturally, which if you've got like wavy hair or curly hair too, I think curly hair deals with this as well. But if you've got wavy hair like mine, and you just let it dry without it doing anything to it, it ends up looking like this. So, fun. But I'm about to go upstairs and get some more work done. I haven't had a chance to read any more of Dracula yet, but I might try and... No, I don't even know if I'm going to have time to listen to The Running Man. But I've got... Hopefully I don't spill this on myself. I've got a tea... Look at how foamy it is. I've got a tea latte. This is... Hang on, let me show you. I'm just going to put that down real quick. This is Tea Forte's Caramel Nougat, and actually, I just finished it. It's empty now. I actually got this for my birthday last year from my best friend, so I'm finishing it up, and I'm really sad, but thank you, Lori. I loved it. So, yeah, it's all done, but I made a latte out of the last little bit that I've got, and I'm going to drink that. This is oat milk, by the way, and oat milk froths really well if you know, use this for making a latte. I actually have instructions on my fan house page on how I make my oat milk lattes. It's really easy. But yeah, that's what I'm using for this. And there's a little bit of monk fruit extract in it to sweeten it. But yeah, I'm gonna let it cool for a second before I try and drink it so I don't burn my mouth. But yeah, I'm going to go get some work done, and I'll probably try and read Dracula a little later. Probably maybe like right before my kids get home, or maybe this evening. I don't know if I'm going to have time this afternoon to do it, but I will check in later. I think I'm going to make ravioli for dinner tonight. Not like homemade ravioli. I wish I had that kind of time, but it's like store-bought. Like Aldi has these seasonal like pumpkin raviolis right now. So I'm going to probably make those. And I have sage in my garden. So I think I'm going to make like a brown butter sage sauce to go with it. Fancy. So yeah, that's the plan. I will check in later. I do plan on reading at some point. Like I said, I want to try to get to 250 today, and I think I can still do it, but I might not be able to do it until later because I've got some stuff I need to do. So I will see you all in a little bit, and I will check in later. Good morning. So I was really bad at checking in yesterday. Really bad. I forgot to check in last night completely. So, however, I did read up to 250 page, or I did read up to page 250 in Dracula, so I accomplished my goal. I'm like, it's still very good. Everything is kind of starting to come together now. Like all of the players are in one spot now. Like they were all kind of separate before, but now everybody is in one place. And yeah, so things are coming along, and still really enjoying the story. It's very spooky, perfect for this time of year. And yeah, I'm really enjoying it. I'm hoping that I can finish it tomorrow. I do have a lot of work things that I need to do today, but I should be able to get another 75 to 100 pages today. And I think the book is like 398 pages long. So I should be able to finish it like, yeah, today or tomorrow. Probably tomorrow, though. I don't know that I can read 150 pages today. I can try, but I do have a lot I have to get done today, so we'll see. Yeah, so I have to go get a bunch of work done. I'm going to go do that. And then when I'm done with that, I might either read or get some other things done. I still have some house stuff to do. But yeah, so just a kind of a quick check-in. I'm sorry I didn't check in at all like yesterday. Did I check in yesterday afternoon? I don't remember. But either way, I'm checking in now. And yeah, Dracula is great. I don't know what I'm going to read once I'm done with Dracula, because like Dracula was the last thing I needed to read for October. So I could start my November TBR since it's so ambitious and a lot of the books are long. So maybe I'll do that once I'm done. And yeah, I'll just go on from there. But really enjoying Dracula. My theory was correct about one person, which I guess it was kind of obvious, but at the beginning it wasn't super obvious what was happening. But now everybody is kind of in one spot. They're all like getting together and gonna go and take the fight to Dracula, I guess, which I really like the characters. I don't love... Okay, I get that this is a classic. I get that this book was written in the late 1800s. I believe it was published in 1897. So I get that language is different, but I can't stand that they refer to the two women in the book as little girls. It is not my favorite. I get it. I get that it's from the 1800s and that's, different terminology. That doesn't mean I don't like the book. Don't get me wrong. I still really like it. I just wish they would stop referring to the two women as little girls, because they are clearly women. They are not little girls. And it's not my favorite way of hearing them talked about. But really, that's my only pet peeve. And again, I'm willing to give it a little bit of leeway because it was written in 1897. And obviously times have changed. But please, don't refer to women as little girls. And the other thing is, like, they're always talking about how only men can do blood transfusions because they're braver and stronger. And it's like, okay, whatever. But all right. Anyway, that's just a pet peeve. The book is still great. I still really love it. I just, some of the language when referring to women is a little tough for me, but I'm okay. And yeah, so I'm going to keep going. Hello, it's about 1:30. I just finished all my work. So now I am going to read some of Dracula. Like I said, I'm at 250. I read a little bit this morning. I'd like to get to 300 this afternoon before I have to go get my son from school. So I have until 3:30. So I've got 2 hours. That's a nice chunk of time. Like I said, this book reads a little bit slower, but I should be able to make a pretty good dent in it in 2 hours. So now that I'm done with everything, I'm gonna just read and try and get this book finished. That way I'm like super caught up and like all good to go for the rest of October, and I can maybe start on my November TBR. Also, I can't believe I forgot this. When I did my November TBR, I forgot to include The House in the Cerulean Sea on the list, and that's our Fan House sub book club for the month of November. I don't know why I forgot it. I guess because I already knew I was going to read it, and like when I was making the list, I was trying to think of other books that I wanted to read. But anyway, I am reading that in November. So I think what I'm going to do, because my TBR was already very long and kind of overwhelming, I'm going to drop The Wise Man's Fear, because that book already kind of worries me a little bit, just given how long it is and the fact that not a lot of people liked it. So I'm going to drop that one and probably maybe do it in December. But yeah, so I'm sorry, I'm messing with my hair so much, but oh my God, I messed it up. But yeah, House in the Cerulean Sea is actually the other book that I plan on reading in November. And again, if you want to join in on the book club, you can become a Fan House sub by clicking the link down below, and it's just a $3 a month sub, and it's optional, but it'll be fun. I'm looking forward to discussing this book with everybody, and we'll be discussing it in the Fan House house chats. The book's been out for a while too, so you shouldn't have to buy it. I just realized my arm is making a shadow on my face. You shouldn't have to buy it. You should be able to get it from your local library, or even like the ebook libraries online like Libby or Hoopla or something like that. So yeah, if you're interested, we'll be doing that. And yeah, so I'm gonna try and get a good chunk of this book done before I have to go get my son, and I will see you in a bit. Bye. Hi. So I've been really bad at updating this vlog. I did do a lot of reading. I ended up finishing Dracula. I actually just finished it like a couple of minutes ago, and it was good. I really liked it. I will say that I did think I was going to give this 5 stars on Goodreads. It was one of my 5-star TBR predictions. I don't know that it's necessarily 5 stars for me. It's like a 4. It's still very, very good. I liked it. But I know that it was written in the late 1800s. I know that. And I understand that the time period was different, but the way that the author talks about women is very frustrating. Obviously, it's an older book. If it were written in the in this year, I'd be very annoyed. So it's not that bad. But there's just a lot of points in the book where you can tell that it was written by a man. Because like there's this one scene where like Mina, who's one of the characters, is writing in her journal, and she's talking about how, there's a reason why women love men so much, and it's because they're so brave and strong. And I'm sitting there and I'm like you could tell it was written by a man. You can. That being said, the story was great. I loved the setting. It was very spooky. Honestly, the 2 women in the book were my favorite, but that's not all that unusual. Van Helsing was okay, but he was very, I guess sexist is the word, although I wouldn't say he's like doing it in a malicious way, but I don't know. Again, it was written in 1897, so I'm not sure what I was expecting, but some of that was a little frustrating to me. However, the book itself was great. The setting was great. It was very spooky. It was perfect Halloween read. And yes, I did finish it a few days before Halloween, but that's fine. I actually decided. So I don't normally watch scary movies, but I can get the Francis Ford Coppola version of Bram Stoker's Dracula, the movie, on Amazon. And so I was talking to my husband, and I think we're going to watch it tomorrow night after the kids go to bed, because I want to I want the full experience now, because I want that, I want to see the setting, I want to see the characters, I want to see all of that stuff. So I think that'll be a good one to watch. And I remembered yesterday, back when I was in middle school, a movie came out called Dracula Dead and Loving It. It was like a comedy version of the Dracula movie. It was made by Mel Brooks, I think. And it had, what was his name? Leslie Nielsen? I think that's the name of the guy, the comedian. So he plays Dracula in that. And I had actually seen that back when I was in middle school. I remember watching it at a Halloween sleepover at my friend's house. And I don't remember anything of it, but it was fairly accurate to the book from what I've read online. Like I said, I watched this so long ago. I think it came out in 1995. So I was 10 or 11 years old when it came out. I don't know that I should have been watching it, but we did. I don't remember much of it because that was a very long time ago. And yeah, so I had seen it, but I didn't remember much of, what happened. But I do want to watch the original, not the original. It's not the original. The original is from the 1920s. But I want to see the Francis Ford Coppola version of it. So we're going to watch that tomorrow night. Maybe I'll weigh in a little bit. I would like to talk about this book a little bit more at some point. But yeah, it was good. I don't think it was 5 stars for me personally. I know a lot of people love this book, and I did. I liked it. But there were some elements to it that, for me, didn't quite make it 5 stars. But it was still perfect. It was still very good. And I'm really glad you all suggested I read it, because it was great, and I'm glad I finally did. So yeah, I think that's pretty much it for my October TBR. I have read everything except My Cousin Rachel because I could not find it. So yeah, on to November. I'm going to start reading my November books today, honestly, probably, before I go to bed. I always read right before bed, so I'll probably be starting that. I don't know which one I'm going to start with, though. I might start with The Hobbit, because I've really been in the mood to read Tolkien. So yeah, I think we'll start with The Hobbit, and we'll go from there. But yeah, hopefully you all enjoyed this vlog. This one took all week, but I also wasn't very good at, getting actual footage of it. But yeah, I'm ending it now. I really enjoyed reading Dracula. It's pretty much all I read all week. I mean, I kind of listened to The Running Man, but I didn't finish it. So yeah, this is where I'm going to end. Hopefully you enjoyed. Don't forget to follow me on social media. I have links for those down below. You could become a channel member. You could become a fan house sub. Optional, of course. Links for those are down below. Join button. All that stuff. You know the jazz. The jazz? You know the drill by now. So yeah, I will see you for the next vlog next week. Bye.